Today I'm going to be doing a rose gold smoky eye look, and I'm going to start off by priming my face with my Up and Up brush and the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. Next, I'm going to take the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation in the shade Porcelain, and I'm going to dot that on my forehead, my cheeks, my chin, and my nose. Then picking up my Real Technique sponge, I'm going to blend that into my face. Instead of taking concealer, I want to take a little bit more of that Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation, put a dot under each eye and one on my fringe on my chin. And then picking up my sponge again, I'm going to blend that out again. Now I'm going to take the DermaBlend Professional Loose Setting Powder, and I'm going to set my face beginning with my under eyes. Now I'm going to set my face with the E.L.F. Matte Magic Makeup Setting Spray. And then while that soaks into my skin, I'm going to start on my eyebrows, first taking my spoilie and combing them through. Now taking the Maybelline DefineABrown pencil in the shade Light Brown, I am going to fill in my eyebrows. Now setting over what we just did with the Makeup Revolution Mattes palette, the shade Cork, and my angled eyebrow brush. Once again, picking up my spoilie to comb through my brows to make sure everything is blended together. Now picking up the Tarte Amazonian Clay Bronzer in the shade Park Avenue Princess and my E.L.F. powder brush, I am going to bronze my face. Bronzing along the hairline, on the sides of my face, and under my chin. And bringing that a little in below my cheekbones. Now picking up the EcoTools dual-ended eyeshadow brush, I'm going to take the flat shader side in that bronzer and contour the sides of my nose. Picking up the Luxie blush brush and my Clinique blush in the shade Sunset Glow, I'm going to blush the apples of my cheeks. Now taking the highlighting shade out of the Maybelline Master Blush Palette, I'm going to put that down the center of my nose, on my cupid's bow, and the tops of my cheeks. Then once again, I'm going to set my face with the E.L.F. Matte Magic Face Setting Spray. Then picking up my Real Technique sponge, I'm going to blend everything together. Now taking the Morphe 35W palette, if I can get it open, I am going to take my Smudgestache blender brush and pick up this coral shade is the second shade in the third row, and I'm going to blend that into my crease. Now picking up this bubblegum pink color, I'm going to go over what we just did. Going in with that darker coral shade, the first color in the third row, I'm going to once again go over my crease. Putting that down for just a moment and picking up the Morphe 9C palette, I am going to take the first shade, Rock Out, and apply that to my crease. Now picking up the last shade, the Start Purple in the palette, I'm going to dab that into my crease and then blend it out, just to make it a little more burgundy and less warm red. Picking up the 35W palette again, I am going to take the bubblegum shade and blend that over top of the purple. Picking up the 9C palette again, I'm going to go back into Rock Out and add a little more of that red back in. Taking the second shade in the palette called Rose Quartz, I am going to add that to my lid. Taking that last purple shade, I'm going to dab that on the outer half of my lid and blend it up into the crease. And I wasn't adding the definition I wanted, so I picked up Hidden Gem, the color in the very center of the palette, and I'm dabbing that on the outer half of my lid and blending up into the crease. Picking up a little bit of Rock Out and that last purple shade together, I'm going to blend both of those into the crease. Now taking the E.L.F. flat definer brush in the shade Chocolate Diamond out of this palette, I'm going to line my lower waterline. Nope, I'm going to line my lower lash line. Now taking this purple shade from the 35W palette, in the very center of the palette, I am going to buff out the lower waterline. Nope, I'm going to buff out the lower lash line. And just to make it a little smokier, I'm taking the other end, the blending side, with nothing on it and just blurring out that lower lash line. Picking up a little bit of brown, just adding some more color where I buffed too much away. And now taking the first shade in the 35W palette, I'm going to highlight my brow bone, the inner corner of my eye, and the inner lower lash line. Now taking the Smashbox Full Exposure Mascara in the shade Black, I'm going to coat my top and bottom lashes. going in with the NYX Lingerie liquid lipstick in the shade Push Up, I am going to apply that to my lips. Okay, now taking the E.L.F. Matte Magic Makeup Setting Spray for the last time, setting over everything we just did. And that is the finished look. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!